Ethereum ETF. Will the US SEC pass a spot Ethereum ETF? When will it happen? And what if the SEC deny the application to pass Ethereum ETF? Almost all of us are wondering about these questions. In this video, we will discuss the complexity surrounding Ethereum's classification as a security and the implications for approving a spot Ethereum exchange traded fund, the ETF, by the US Securities and Exchange Commission, the SEC, as well as how it's going to affect Ethereum's price and the market. Let's see. Ethereum has been going under constant investigation for its position as security. The SEC's chairman, Gary Gensler, has stated that most cryptocurrencies, potentially including Ethereum, might be categorized as securities. Although the agency has not yet issued an official verdict on Ethereum, the confusion surrounding Ethereum's classification raises serious regulatory concerns. This lack of clarity affects market players who are unsure of how security regulations apply to Ethereum transactions and holdings. The uncertainty surrounding Ethereum's classification has a considerable impact on the possibility that SEC will approve a spot Ethereum ETF. Spot ETFs are directly backed by the underlying asset. In this example, Ethereum, and the SEC has long been wary of allowing such financial instruments for cryptocurrencies due to worries about the market manipulation and investor safety. Analysts feel that unless there is clear regulatory advice on Ethereum, the odds of a spot ETF approval are limited. This regulatory hesitance contrasts with the SEC's more open approach towards future-based ETFs, which are thought to have better regulatory control. James Seyfarth, a senior Bloomberg analyst, has highlighted the SEC's growing likelihood of rejecting Ethereum's ETF. He claims that the SEC is considering designated Ethereum as a security, a significant step that could affect the approval process for these financial instruments. Although this is not the final decision, the fact that the SEC is considering this designation is noteworthy. This is one of the first times such a possibility has been raised in public SEC records, indicating increased regulatory attention. The US Securities and Exchange Commission has released an official notice approving Ethereum's exchange-traded funds ETF. This notification, issued by finance lawyer Scott Johnson, emphasizes the severe examination and potential roadblocks that the new ETF faces. Johnson emphasized that the SEC will examine Ethereum's status as a security in its future spot ETF order. Decisions on proposals such as BlackRock iShares Ethereum ETF and Fidelity Ethereum ETF are expected with deadlines in August. Despite the regulatory uncertainties, Polymarket data suggests that the odds of an Ethereum ETF being approved climbed by 13% by May 31 and 6% on May 6. What is Ethereum's current market position and how has it been performing? Ethereum's price rose in 2024, coinciding with Bitcoin's upward trajectory, particularly after the Ethereum Deadcan upgrade, with slight post-upgrade swings leaving it staying at about $3,500, demonstrating its pricing stability. Despite a recent market slump, Ethereum's price is showing signs of rebound following a weekend drop. Notably, a falling wedge formation has formed on the price chart, indicating a positive view and possibility of a major rebound. Ethereum nearly topped $4,000 before encountering selling pressure following the Ethereum Deadcan upgrade, but anticipation remains high for a rebound, particularly as the Bitcoin halving approaches, highlighting Ethereum's durability and recovery potential. Short-term Ethereum price predictions include surpassing the $3,500 mark, followed by a $4,000 and finally $4,240, which correspond to the R1 and R2 via Binance level. Despite oscillations, the price of ETH remains bullish in the short and medium term, trading above the 200-day exponential moving average, but below the 50 exponential moving average. Ethereum's price is projected to find a solid support around $3,000, which corresponds to the S2 via Binance level, signifying stability amid market turbulence and providing prospective investment chances. According to August Arnold of The Street, while Ethereum might reach a long-term price of $28,000 as a result of the ETF clearance, a more reasonable short-term aim is about $10,000. which should still represent a considerable increase current levels. Similarly, Standard Chartered analysts predict that if the SEC authorizes Ethereum ETFs, they will draw up to $45 billion in inflows within the first year, potentially boosting the price of Ethereum to $8,000 by the end of 2024. The classification of Ethereum as a security may result in more restrictive regulatory regulations, thereby affecting its market dynamics and pricing. If Ethereum is categorized as a security, organizations dealing with it would have to comply with SEC regulations, including registration and disclosure requirements, which could affect its liquidity and trading. Investors are eagerly monitoring the SEC's actions since a clear verdict might cause a substantial movement in the market. The introduction of a spot Ethereum ETF is likely to enhance institutional investment in Ethereum, increasing its mainstream adoption and potentially its price. In essence, the ongoing discussion about Ethereum's classification as security, as well as regulatory uncertainty, make the SEC's approval of a spot ETF extremely unlikely. This situation continues to present issues for market participants and investors looking for transparency and regulatory stability in Bitcoin sector. For more extensive information, keep watching CoinGip TV for these and more.